Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Film Box Podcast, a movie podcast where each week we reach onto our shelves and revisit the films we own on physical media, whether it's a classic we've watched countless times or a hidden gem we're seeing for the very first time. From VHS and DVD to Blu-ray and 4K, we're taking a look back at films throughout history, good or bad. I'm your host, Aaryn Souza. I'm joined today by my good friend, Connor Jameson, in a wonderful duo cast episode. Connor, how you doing?
Doing great. How you doing?
Doing great. And today we're kicking off Summer Blockbuster Month by taking a look back at The Fugitive from 1993. Let's get into it.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
All right, Connor. It's time for The Fugitive. And if you didn't know, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Our fugitive's been on the run for 90 minutes. Average foot speed over uneven ground, barring injuries, is 4 miles per hour. That gives us a radius of 6 miles. What I want from every one of you is a hard target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, henhouse, outhouse, and doghouse in that area. Checkpoints go up at 15 miles. Your fugitive's name is Dr. Richard Kimball. Go get him. This movie's awesome. I cannot wait to talk about The Fugitive.
This is a very fun movie.
So before we dive into this movie and talk about all the things, I've got some questions to kick us off with. First and foremost, maybe the biggest one is this Harrison Ford's best non-franchise movie ever?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
I haven't seen. I mean, he's been in so many movies. Like, it's so tough to pick, but a lot of them are franchises too. Because you're knocking out Star Wars, you're knocking out Indiana Jones, you're knocking out his work as Jack Ryan too.
Even Blade Runner is now technically
Blade Runner,
and technically this is also a franchise, but it's not really a franchise because he's in this one, and then they make U.S. Marshals with Tommy Lee Jones as like a sequel. But
yeah, this is also based off a TV show.
Yeah. So he's in American Graffiti in 1973.
Yeah. I mean, he's in The Conversation too, but it's not like his movie.
Maybe Witness is another good option here. In 1985, Working Girl.
I was gonna say Working Girl. I've heard good things about too.
Working Girl's very good, but it's a very different role. Like, he's kind of the romantic interest type. Air Force One, maybe most iconic. Get Off My Plane.
True.
But like, other than that, I think this might be, if not his best, maybe my favorite of his non-franchise work, which is makes for a very interesting episode here.
I mean, I'm just going through the Letterboxd, and I personally have a soft spot for Cowboys and Aliens, but yeah, this is definitely
you and my dad.
It's just a fun movie, man.
It was good. We were doing the dad movie draft. I forget what his options were. He was like, I've got two options, and one of these is kind of crossing the line, or like towing the line a little bit on this category. But my other option is Cowboys and Aliens. And I was like, well, you can choose your first choice.
If I was there for that one, I would be like, fuck, that's off my board.
Oh, God. So this movie obviously stars Harrison Ford. It also stars one Mr. Tommy Lee Jones. And so I wanted to ask you, where does Tommy Lee Jones rank in the cop/detective actor Hall of Fame? Because he is, when I think of like cops in movies, obviously this movie comes to mind, U.S. Marshals. But like, even Men in Black is sort of that same kind of deal, like federal agent type. He just has that.
No Country
ability.
for Old Men too.
No Country for Old Men. Like, he's got that ability, and he's really good.
That's tough because I feel like there's so many good one-offs for people. Because obviously you have Nicholson and Chinatown, but that's more of like he's a
private
PI.
eye type.
But
I mean,
he's up there.
it's just his ability to like keep going back into the well and picking out new parts for a character is really good.
Yeah, he commands a scene incredibly well, especially when, and we'll really hammer into it, when you have such a grand set piece. His ability to control it is phenomenal.
And my favorite part, one of my favorite parts of this movie, they in the director's comedy. So I listened to I watched the director's commentary for my second viewing this week of this movie, and Andrew Davis, the director, kept harping in on how Tommy Lee Jones kept making everything funny about his character, which I thought was great. But my favorite moment is right after they invade that house and he shoots the other convict, and then the woman starts screaming and she's like, "Shut up," and walks away.
Shut up.
It's so good. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
And then just kind of a personal preference thing. Our chase movies, they're like some of the best action movies out there. I love a good chase movie. And this movie does it so well.
Yeah. No, I personally am kind of iffy on chase movies. But this one I do personally like a lot. Just because I think the chase is like a third of the movie. And then it's kind of like solving the mystery for like the last 2/3 of the movie, which I kind of prefer.
The whole thing is a chase, but it's not like a constant action packed. Like they're not
like the
always
chase
on
gets
the run
put on the
type.
back burner,
right,
for a bit.
They're still looking for Dr. Richard Kimball, but they're not like, he's trying to solve his mystery. They're trying to find him. That's the sort of chase that I like.
It's like he's running through the woods for like a good 20 minutes, but then he spends like an hour just like walking through hospitals, and he gets to his own apartment. It's just like, okay, this is no longer a man on the run. This is just like a guy again.
Man integrating himself back into society.
Yeah, this is a janitor now.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to dive all into this movie, but before we do that, we got to talk about what we've been watching. So I guess I'll kick us off here. So since the last time we recorded, we did, oh boy. All right. So I've seen 6-7 movies.
Nice.
Started off, was listening to the Rewatchables podcast. They were doing some interesting films. Thank you. I watched Domestic Disturbance from 2001. Oh boy.
Bless you.
With Vince Vaughn and oh god. Yep, John Travolta, that's it. Vince Vaughn and John Travolta. That movie is a piece of hot garbage, but it's very fun hot garbage. And it's going to circle back to another take I have after I run through my stuff. Then I watched a movie called Take This Waltz, which I thought would just be like a fun rom-com with Seth Rogen. It ended up being soul-crushing. And yeah, that was fun right before vacation. Very good movie, very, very good movie with Michelle Williams and Seth Rogen. Basically about a woman who becomes, I don't know if bored is the right word, but bored in her marriage, and bored with the monotony of her marriage, and for the first time in her life decides to kind of explore her feelings that she's kept suppressed for most of her life, and basically starts an affair with another guy.
Is it Seth Rogen?
No, Seth Rogen's the husband.
Oh, I was gonna say, is this just the Fablemans?
No, Seth Rogen's the husband. That is, that's a good call. Seth Rogen is the Paul Dano character. And it's quite sad. It's quite heartbreaking. But it's a good movie if you feel like that. Then I watched Point Break while we were on vacation, which is so good. Point Break's awesome. Such a great. I've been like pining for summer movies. We were at the beach all week in Rhode Island. So like kind of the whole theme was like, I want to find stuff to watch while, that's summer themed, beach themed, whatever. So Point Break was really great. Really loved it. Em wanted to watch Night at the Museum. We kind of swap back and forth. She picks a movie, I pick a movie, whatever. So we watched Night at the Museum. We ended up also watching Night at the Museum 2, but I fell asleep for most of it. It's hot garbage. And I watched The Fugitive twice. And I'm in the middle of watching a couple movies. I started watching Choose Me, which is I picked up from the Criterion Collection. At the because this month is the Criterion 50% off sale. Completely blind buy. I know nothing about it. But really cool, really interesting movie. And then I also started watching a movie just as like a fun whatever movie called Spring Break. Which is on Tubi. It's from 1983. It's directed by one Sean S. Cunningham, who is the director of Friday the 13th, the original. This is, it's a nonsense movie. It's about two like preppy, like, nerdy guys who go to Fort Lauderdale for spring break in the 80s. And they get roomed with two like jock type guys. By accident, so they have to share a room, and these guys come together. There's a lot of women in bikinis and topless women, and a lot of fun like beach stuff going on. It's just a nonsense movie, but it's one of those that like I wish they made movies like this, like bad movies like this nowadays, or like even a movie like Domestic Disturbance. Like they're bad movies. Spring Break is not a good movie, but man, I am having so much fun watching it because it's just people hanging out, having fun, doing crazy shit. It's not like over the top action, just poorly made action movies, which is like all the kind of bad B movie stuff we get nowadays. It's just like The Wrecking Crew with Dave Bautista and
Jason
Momoa. That's a bad movie, but it's not even fun to watch. It's just action, straight action. Like, give me, guys hanging out in Florida on spring break and getting into shenanigans, and I'm all in.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, I retweeted from the Filmbox account that the guy who made all the Sharknadoes is making a new shark movie called Water Park Shark.
Hell yeah.
Like that's one of those movies where it's like, obviously it's going to be dog shit. Will I be sad for it? Of course. Because there's a line where the guy goes, looks like we've got a water park shark.
And that's all you need.
Yeah.
There's audiences for that kind of B movie, just nonsense that I don't know. It's like it I wish they make it again. And it's also movies that are, they went to Fort Lauderdale and shot a bunch of shit and put it into a movie. They didn't go to sound stages and film a bunch of action sequences and make it look totally fake with CGI. Like these guys, this is a movie that probably has a budget of like $5 million, and they just went out and had a good time. We need more of that.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the survivorship bias, though. It's like there's like certain movies that can survive the age of time, and then like the Wrecking Crews are not going to. So they're just not going to bother.
No, it's true. It's true. And to drink this morning, I have a sparkling ice plus caffeine. All right, Connor, why don't you go ahead?
All right. So I thought I had watched more, but I was also studying for a work exam, which I passed.
Nice.
So now I am certified at my job.
Wonderful.
But, on the topic of it, the first movie I watched was Hungry, which is the hippopotamus horror movie that came out this year.
Okay. I didn't even know this existed.
It's basically like, so there was a while back, I had mentioned I had watched a movie called Rogue, which is basically like a bunch of people go out on a tour boat and then get attacked by a killer crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, just a hippopotamus. You know what? Is it great? No, but it was fun because it's a hippo and the people were actually kind of likable.
That's all you need.
Exactly. Then I watched M, which is the Fritz Lang 1931 movie about child murderer.
Yep.
Where everyone, like all the criminals, come together to basically kill this guy because he's ruining their crime game. Phenomenal movie. Watched that on a train.
Interesting train choice.
Yes. I had just a bunch of movies downloaded on my iPad, and I was like, this one. Follow that up with Arachnid, another just like kind of terrible creature feature with spiders.
Yep.
Some of the worst gun acting I think I've ever seen, but gets the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Then I followed it up. Back-to-back bangers for this year. The Sheep Detectives.
I've yet to watch it.
It's so good, man.
Man.
It is devastatingly good. The rumors are true. And then Caroline.
I need to watch this too.
That movie is so good. I think it's right up your alley.
Oh, for sure.
Both of these entered my top 5 for the year.
Wow. Okay. High praise for the Sheep Detectives.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe Sheep Detectives is like 6. I could double check. Because I watched Chef after that. Because I was just in the mood for something like... I was in the mood for something just kind of light. Sheep Detectives is 7. But yeah, something light and just to kill the time. And I was like, Chef is perfect for that.
It's such a great feel-good movie. Just, just a hangout. I need something to watch on a summer day kind of thing.
Yeah, it is kind of... I definitely like the last 40 minutes of that movie way more than the first 40, though.
Mm-hmm.
But
once he gets kicked out of the restaurant and he has to like go and find himself again, the movie just picks up.
When the food truck is introduced, it's a great movie.
Oh yeah.
And then The Fugitive.
Well,
and I got me a sugar-free Monster as well.
Ooh, what flavor is that?
Well, you don't have that. It is ultraviolet, which is just grape.
Ah, okay. Oh, that was so good. So we're going to be diving into this movie, but before we do that, have you seen The Fugitive before, or is this a first time watch?
First time watch.
Oh wow, first timer. So I'm quite excited to hear your thoughts about this. This is not a first time watch for me. I've seen this movie a few times. Do you own this movie? How about that?
I do.
Oh, you have it on 4K?
Yeah, I picked it up from one of the Groove sales.
I've got it on Blu-ray.
Oh, I mogged you.
Wow. I can't believe I was not expecting that. That is awesome. I bet this movie looks great on 4K too.
It does. I was going to try to watch it on my computer. I was like, why am I going to do this when I have the 4K?
Yeah, literally. I find myself doing that too sometimes where I'm like going to watch a movie and I'm like trying to find it on streaming and I'm like, it's right there. You can just get it.
The problem was like I was trying to watch it in the morning and I was like, I don't want to wake up Aaryn. But then I was like, I'll just turn the volume down.
Yeah. See
what subtitles on.
What you need is I don't know if your TV supports Bluetooth, but just put in headphones.
I can look into. I can if I know if you have a Roku TV, you could do it.
Yeah.
I have a Fire TV. So maybe if I have the app.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But that would be another way to do it. Well, if you're not like us and you don't own this movie, you can watch it on streaming if you're one of 4 people who have AMC Plus or one of the 2 people that have Philo. Once again, Philo.
Yeah, you're looking at the 2 subscribers right here.
Dude, I tell you what, man, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about dropping like
you bring it up point, like this movie's only available on Philo, on Pleek.
On Netflix is what, $20 a month now.
Yeah.
We pay for what else do we pay for? I pay for like some other services there. It's like might as well just dump all those and get Philo, because apparently every movie I like is on Philo.
But between Philo and Tubi, I feel like he'd be covered. And
Oh,
you only have to pay for
I'm a
one.
Tubi demon. I watch Tubi all the. It's
Oh
my
my
favorite
God.
streaming service.
If Tubi allowed for downloads,
Oh,
I would just delete everything.
yeah, me too.
But Tubi, if you take suggestions,
And if Tubi was 1080p, I'm not a fan of 720p Tubi.
yeah,
I can't watch it on big TVs, but
It does get a little messy.
that's okay. It's free, so I don't mind.
Yeah, exactly. Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, right. So a little bit of details about this movie. So this is a 1993 American action thriller film directed by Andrew Davis. If you don't know, Andrew Davis directed Above the Law, Under Siege, Chain Reaction, and a movie that we talked about recently on this podcast, Holes. Directed Holes. Written by Jeb Stewart and David Toohey. Jeb Stewart known for directing or writing movies like Die Hard, Leviathan, and Another 48 Hours. And David Toohey wrote Waterworld and was the writer-director of all of the Riddick films, which Sam is a major fan of. Me, not so much. Cinematography by one Michael Chapman, who once again, I come back to is like, you hear these names and they're under the radar guys, and yet they've shot some of the best movies you've ever seen. Michael Chapman, do you know anything about Michael Chapman? Do you know who he is?
The name rings a bell, but I'm not off the top of my head. I can't tell you anything he's done.
Okay, well, he shot Taxi Driver for one.
That's probably why the name is familiar.
Also shot Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh my God, I love that movie.
Yep. Shot Hardcore with George C. Scott, which is just a batshit movie.
Oh my God, that's my daughter.
Yeah. Also shot Raging Bull. Shot one of my favorite movies that I've seen in the last 6 months, Personal Best, which I've talked about in this podcast. Which I finally got the DVD of. I had to order it because I could not find it at any of the stores that I've been going to. So I ordered it on eBay and it came in. Also shot The Lost Boys, Scrooged, Kindergarten Cop, Primal Fear, Space Jam, and Bridge to Terabithia. And he was nominated for Best Cinematography for Taxi Driver and The Fugitive. This guy's a legend, absolute legend, and has shot some of the best looking films ever made. And yet no one outside of like deep cinema circles know who he is. Like if I went up, I just asked you, do you know Michael Chapman? No, not really.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's just kind of the game. You know, people know directors, but if you ask for like, oh, who's this screenwriter? Who's this cinematographer? Who's this composer? Unless you
it's,
are the name.
Yeah, Deakins, Hoyt Van Hoytema, those guys.
Yeah, you're John Williams.
Well, this movie was distributed by Warner Bros. And released August 6, 1993 with a runtime of 130 minutes and an estimated budget of $44 million. How much did this movie make at the box office?
You said 44?
I did say 44.
Yeah, I know this made a lot of money. I'll say 350.
368.
Whoa.
Goddamn. You are on fire.
I do a little bit of research before, but I don't actually look into the box office.
Yeah. Well, so I think I should clarify. So this is Summer Blockbuster Month. So we're going to be talking about movies who are at the top of the summer box office in their given years. The Fugitive is no different. This was one of the top grossing movies of 1993. And we've got a whole bunch of other ones that we're going to be taking a look at throughout this month. But I do have the top 10 here for 1993. You want to go through it? Do you want to guess any, or do you just want to go through it?
Let's just go through it.
Okay. So this is, I mean, if you had asked me to put together like an all-time banger list of movies from the 90s, it's essentially this list. Ready? Number 10, The Pelican Brief, Denzel Washington, $195 million. Number 9, Philadelphia.
Oh,
$206 million. Number 8, Sleepless in Seattle.
oh, We were born in the wrong
$227 million.
generation, man.
Number 7, Cliffhanger, $255 million. It's a dad movie.
Yeah.
Number 6, Indecent Proposal, $266 million. And your top 5, absolutely electric top 5. Ready? Number 5, The Firm, $270 million. Tom Cruise. Hell yeah. Number 4, just a little movie called Schindler's List. Made $321 million. Spielberg, we talked about him.
A little bit.
Number 3 is The Fugitive, $368. Number 2, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Ooh.
Banger. $441 million. But the number 1 movie by an absolute behemoth landslide, Jurassic Park. $914 million in 1993.
Duh.
Yeah. Just an all-timer list of movies there. All originals. All, no franchise work here. I mean, I guess, yes, Jurassic Park was like adapted from a book, but still an original movie.
Yeah.
We're never getting back that time period. That's never coming back, man. When all 10 movies at the box office are, 200 million or better and also all originals. I mean, come on.
No. The best we can get now is like they're all going to be biopics.
Yeah, right. Ugh. Well, that's the background of this movie. Connor, why don't you bring us through the what people thought about this film?
Yeah, so people love this movie a lot. It's sitting at a 96 with critics, 89 with audiences, with a 7.8 on IMDb. Our close personal friend, Big Raj, gave it a 4 out of 4.
Hell yeah.
Back in August when it came out. And he said, yeah, he does. He said, thrillers are a much debased genre these days, depending on special effects and formula for much of their content. The Fugitive has the standards of an earlier, much more classic time when acting, character, and dialogue were meant to stand on their own, and where characters continue to change and develop right up until the last frame. Here is one of the year's best films.
Hell yeah.
Very true.
But yeah, this is a great movie.
So there was literally one 1-star review on IMDb. I have never seen that.
Wow.
And I'm going to be honest, the review kind of sucked. It was literally just someone complaining that it was not the TV show.
Oh, well.
So I don't have a 1-star review.
Well, let's see what Letterboxd has to say. Let's go to the reviews for this film, and we'll sort by 1-star ratings. Here we go.
I'm bored. I thought this was boring, low-key. Watched the TV show. Didn't kill my wife.
Someone just put ass.
It's cheeks. Here's one.
Okay, here we go.
And then we can move on. This is from Sebastian Goat.
Do you want me to play the soundbite?
Yeah, go for it.
The opposite review.
Gave it a 0.5 star.
Oof.
So 1 out of 10. I don't remember this movie very well. Hey, it's got that guy who played Two-Face in Batman Forever. Wow.
Wild. Yeah, people really like this movie. And for good reason. But why don't you bring us through the plot, and then we will start talking about the things that we like.
Sure. So, vascular surgeon Dr. Richard Kimball is arrested for the murder of his wife, Helen, despite claiming a man with a prosthetic arm did it. En route to prison, the other prisoners stage an escape, and in the chaos involving a train wreck, Kimball escapes. Deputy U.S. Marshal Sam Gerard and his team launch a manhunt for Kimball, chasing him throughout multiple states. While on the run in Chicago, Kimball discovers a list of possible suspects and narrows it down to Frederick Sykes. He finds ties to Sykes to former colleagues of his, Alec Lentz, and the pharmaceutical company Devlin McGregor, who were developing a failed drug called Prozac that was causing liver damage. He soon learns that the approvals for the drug were sent after Lentz passed away, meaning his close colleague Dr. Charles Nichols was behind everything. Sykes attacks Kimball on a train, killing a cop, which Kimball is blamed for. Kimball confronts Nichols at a conference, and as they fight through a hotel, Kimball gets the upper hand when Nichols tries to shoot Gerard. Sykes and Nichols are arrested, Kimball surrenders to Gerard, and as the movie ends, Gerard silently forgives Kimball, not even forgives, but accepts Kimball, and they drive off into the night.
Wonderful. So let's talk about what works. I'll start you with this, just in the opener. I love when a movie starts right on the inciting incident, and also it's like montaged with shots of the city, which is pretty cool. But it's just, there's no 15 minutes of buildup. We don't see how their life is. We don't see them in the morning be like, oh, I'll see you later tonight, goodbye. Then they go to work, and then we get Kimball at work, and then and that it's like literally the opening scene is, here's the murder, he's getting arrested, he's getting questioned, boom, we're into it.
And I think the movie does a good job of tying that incident back into the present, into like just these quick cuts of like he's looking all disheveled, trying to recollect what happened as he sees it, and obviously to like the cops and the detectives that he's trying to tell the story to, it makes no sense. But to him, it's like, how do I explain this?
And so I think I want to start watching more of the director's commentaries for the movies that we revisit, because part of that, there's a really good nugget from Andrew Davis on, they shot 40 minutes worth of this opening, including the entire murder. They shot all of the fight scene, all of that stuff, specifically so they could take it and intercut it at any point in the movie, and they had footage to use. So they shot an entire 40-minute intro of the break-in, the murder, the fight, all of that stuff, to be able to intercut it, which is really cool. And again, I think to your point, using it as montage throughout the film, as like he's reeling with what's happened and how things are going, is way smarter than just having it all play at the beginning.
Yeah, because like you said, I think this movie works better if we are just dropped right into it, instead of we walk in like the morning of, and we live through this first day,
right? And
then we like witness the incident, instead of just, we need to be as confused as he is, basically.
Yeah. There's no 15 minutes of buildup. Like if you start this movie with 15 minutes of buildup, you lose the audience before you even get to what the meat of the movie is.
Yeah, like because the conceit of the movie is very simple. It's just, man killed his wife, but he didn't.
Yeah,
that's it.
And now he's on the run.
Yeah, and now he's being chased, trying to find the man who did. Perfect. That's all you need.
Yep. Another note I had here, again from the director's commentary. And also I got to shout out the director's commentary. So it was Andrew Davis and Tommy Lee Jones in the director's commentary, and Andrew Davis was it was pretty solid. I mean, there's a lot of anecdotes about the shooting and about different things, and I've got some notes here from the from what he was saying in the director's commentary that I'm going to throw in here. Tommy Lee Jones just giving nothing, just hanging out. There are like long stretches of the director's commentary where he says nothing. He's just watching the movie. And there's one scene, one of my favorite notes from the commentary, towards the end of the movie, when they're leaving, when he's escaping the federal building, and they like come face to face and whatever, and then he escapes out the front door. And then he runs through the plaza, and there's a bunch of pigeons. And then they fly away, or they're there, or whatever. Andrew Davis is like, it's like, yeah, we had to put out a bunch of bread so the pigeons would come down and they'd stay there while we took the shots for the film, and whatever. And then like 2 seconds later, it's 2 seconds of silence, and Tommy Lee Jones just chimes in, yeah, they were good pigeons. And I was like, man, this is awesome.
Do you think you, as just a person, you get like extra royalties for like doing a director's cut?
No, definitely. I mean, they might give you a little bump of like, hey, we need to do this kind of thing.
I was gonna say, like, why would you even do that if you're not gonna do anything?
I think, I mean, to give him credit, he at the beginning of the movie he said, "Man, this is just a great movie to watch. This is so much fun to watch." I think he just kind of sat down and started watching the movie. And Andrew Davis did bring quite a bit to the table.
Yeah.
But you know, there were other points too where it was like a scene with him and all the detectives. He would just go like, "Man, Joey Pantaleonis, he's so good. What a professional." It's like, all right, man. Thanks, Tommy. It was great. I highly recommend. Highly recommend. But I'm tying this all back because in the next scene where they've got Harrison Ford in the interrogation room and they're questioning him, whole thing was improvised. That whole scene, that wasn't in the original script. They were initially just going to do like he's getting his mugshot taken and moving along, but they decided, okay, well we want to do a scene with some detectives, so they brought in actors / actual police officers were the two cops in there. They were actual detectives and actors from Chicago who and Harrison Ford was adamant he did not want to know the questions that they were going to ask. So all of Harrison Ford's reactions were all ad-libbed. It was all like in real time because he's getting asked these questions like they're leading him towards, "We think you killed your wife." And he's just reacting in the moment to those questions as he's hearing them. It's not rehearsed, which is amazing work.
Yeah. Because I have a note too, because he's like, I love the way he's like perfectly portraying just completely disheveled.
Mm-hmm.
He looks so confused too, and it makes total sense now knowing that he's not rehearsed.
Yeah.
He's actually trying to rack his brain like, okay, it was his right arm that was prosthetic arm, and it was a hook, and my wife is dead. Oh my god, it's just like so good.
You find this man. It's a great line. No, and it was all improvised, and it works really well. I mean, it's a really smart thing to do, and it would have been less convincing if it was just like, let's move along, let's just keep things rolling.
Because I think on the same vein of how they don't show like anything leading up to the murder, I like that they don't show anything in prison. It's kind of just like, all right, you get the point. He was in prison. We're just moving him now.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to show any of these relationships with the other prisoners being developed. The fact that they just have like this plan to escape doesn't matter. All that needs to happen is we got to flip this fucking thing over.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
I actually also, before we kind of even get to that point, the fact that they actually like convicted Dr. Richard Kimball and was sent to jail is like a kind of an interesting subversion, because you'd think is like the whole idea would be, okay, well, you know, they're looking for him. He's escaped from captivity, but he hasn't actually gone to trial. Like, no, he spent a year in prison. And that's kind of an interesting subversion for the character. And then it's just classic 90s action. Getting that train sequence 20 minutes in is really cool. Also surprisingly violent, this movie. Multiple people get shot and killed.
Yeah, they blew out the driver's like chest.
Yeah. But I do want to talk about this set piece. So, do you know anything about this train sequence?
All I know about it is the train came a bit too fast. I think they had it. I don't even know how to put this. It was supposed to come at like 35 miles an hour, and it came like 40 or something.
Yeah, a little bit.
So they had like a bunch of dummies, and they're like, "Oh, we can only do this once."
Yeah, so they actually crashed a real train into a real bus.
Yeah,
which is fucking awesome. Andrew Davis was talking about it in the commentaries, like, yeah, none of that is miniatures. There's no visual effects. We just went out in North Carolina and we crashed a train into a bus, and we had one take, and we got it. And I was like, holy shit, man, they crashed a train. We don't get that anymore, man. That I want to crash a train.
I feel like you physically can't. There's so much that you have to like have signed off on for safety reasons.
It reminds me of watching the Dead Meat episode on one of the Friday the 13th, I believe it is. One of the good ones with Tommy.
Is it the RV flip?
Yes, where they flipped an actual RV. It's like we don't get or like in Dark Knight, which you know, no teasers or anything, but we are going to be discussing the Dark Knight later this month. They flip an actual semi on the road. You cannot replicate the awe of doing something live. You can kind of get there with miniatures if you frame it right, but there's nothing like doing it live. There's certainly nothing like that compares with CGI.
It's kind of like, and this is a terrible comparison, but it's like kind of like plane crash movies. Yeah, like you can always kind of just tell, like you obviously aren't going to crash a plane, but you always can tell, like you're on a set, and these things, like all the seats are just rigged on like not like a.
They're on like pistons and stuff. They're all moving.
It's
back
like
and
a
forth
mechanism.
Yeah.
Like I was watching there's like a clip for Deep Water, the Rennie Harlan film that just came out. And it was like you can see the seats on like the slide that just shoots them out the window. And then you see the clip in the movie, and then you're like, oh, I can actually see the slide in the movie.
Yeah.
Of them going out the window or out the side of the plane. It's like, oh, huh.
Yeah, you can't. You can't fake this because they did it.
Yeah,
you know, it's just really impressive. But yeah, no, we've moved away from doing set pieces and big action sequences like that. Let's bring them back. Let's do more of it. What else did you like about this movie?
Well, I mean, just on set pieces, there's just so many phenomenal set pieces. Like obviously this train, the train crash, the parade. You have the hospitals, the hotel at the end. They're just all shot incredibly well. Specifically, the train crash, and there's just so many like helicopter shots where you can see just the scale of it all.
Yep.
Again, we don't send people up in helicopters anymore either.
Oh my God, you want to talk about a helicopter story?
Go for it.
Again, director's commentary. I recommend anyone listening to listen to the director's commentary. Andrew Davis is talking about how you want to get your mind fucking blown. This is in my best moments too. When they were shooting Tommy Lee Jones in a helicopter, they were up in an actual helicopter, but they didn't have the focal length to get the right like angles on Tommy Lee Jones's face from inside the helicopter. So they strapped the cameraman outside the helicopter and shot the film from outside the helicopter. And they were talking about it like, yeah, man, we put him on the railing there that's on the outside of the helicopter on the struts and strapped him in, and we got the shots that we needed. And also, when they landed the helicopter in front of the tunnel, Andrew Davis was like, watch this. We were so scared because Tommy Lee Jones almost gets his foot crushed by the helicopter. He jumps out a little too early. And you can see he gets out of the plane and he steps off, and the strut of the helicopter is like this close to landing on his foot. Jesus as he was getting out. And they're like, we just don't get that. Like, we need more of, yes, it's a little bit dangerous. Yes, they're strapping a guy to a helicopter. It looks awesome. It's so cool.
And you know what's crazy too? This was never meant to be like a big action block.
No.
Like this had all the components of just being like a typical like action B movie.
Yep.
And it just turns into like one of the greatest movies of the year.
Yeah.
And like a year defining movie that we're going to talk about, 23 years later? 30
Absolutely.
years? I don't even know how long ago it's been.
23 years. 30 years.
33?
Fuck. I don't even want to think about that. Yeah, 23 years would be 2003, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah, man. You mentioned the set pieces. One of the things that I really appreciate about this movie, and movies in particular, is deciding to shoot in a location and then shooting basically the whole movie in that location. So all of those set pieces, all the hospitals, all of the big set pieces were all in Chicago. This movie's a Chicago movie, and they said we're gonna shoot everything in Chicago. Andrew Davis, born and raised in Chicago. A lot of the places, like he mentioned, when they invaded the house and went and got that other convict that escaped, that was like near where he grew up, in not as like kind of a dumpy as an area he specifically mentioned, but he grew up near that area. So he had a lot of ties to Chicago. He used a lot of Chicago actors, a lot of Chicago police officers and journalists in the movie, and shot the film in Chicago. And I really appreciate when a movie does that. It irks me more than anything when a movie is like, yeah, this is LA, and it's clearly like Atlanta
or Canada.
And it's, you're not quite there. But when you say we're shooting in Chicago, and then you're in the Hilton Chicago Hotel, or you're in, Cook County Hospital, I appreciate that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Speaking of, very cool for personal anecdote, Hilton Chicago stayed there for a recent business trip, sat in the lobby that they walked through in that when they're going into the hotel, they're like, we know he's here, and they walk through that lobby with the purple stairs and everything. Sat right there. I was there.
Did you tear up a bit?
A little bit. They had a plaque in the hotel that was like,
did they really?
They had like a big wall sign that was like, the Fugitive was here. They shot the Fugitive here.
It'd be so funny if it just said the Fugitive was here with like no context, and everyone's like, which one?
Like, wait, who? No, they used to do again, another director's commentary tidbit. After this movie came out, the Hilton Chicago would do tours of the set locations from the movie for tourists. Like, here's the ballroom that they shot all the stuff in, and here's this, and here's
the laundry room.
Yeah. I just thought that was really funny. What else did you like?
So I already kind of mentioned it before, but I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of just pure chase movies. So I like that this movie kind of puts the chase in the back burner and kind of diverts to focus more on the mystery. And then it devolves into more of a conspiracy movie as well.
Yeah.
I think it just adds to a much deeper storytelling lens than we just got to find this guy. He keeps evading us.
And the problem that movies like that kind of will eventually devolve into is like, you have a 2-hour movie, and if they keep trying to get him and keep almost catching him, it's going to have to get more elaborate every single time. Then by the end of the movie, he's like jumping off a building to get away from the people. Yes, he does jump off a waterfall in this movie. That's about the extent of it. The kind of movie's like, all right, he's escaped. He's now it's about the cat and mouse game of like, we're trying to find him and he's trying to evade us, but we're not hot on his tail, and he's not, escaping from the motel and escaping from the apartment and escaping from the building and it's just it slows down quite a bit, which is good.
Yeah.
And then that leads to, it doesn't feel over the top as well. There's no over the top action. I think the craziest part is the fact that he jumps off the waterfall. That's about it.
Yeah.
Or jumps out of the bus as the train hits it.
Yeah. But I mean, that I would say that's 10,000 times more believable than the waterfall.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're not driving cars through buildings like you would in a Fast and Furious movie.
It's not like Die Hard where we're just like launching a motorcycle into a helicopter.
Yeah, right. So it works really well in that sense. I also wanted to mention how Harrison Ford is like one part top tier action movie star, but also super believable in literally any profession. Like, this is a guy who he was a carpenter before he became an actor, looks like an everyman, also extremely attractive and can be a doctor.
Mm.
I mean, you just, that's versatility.
Yeah. That's the thing. I feel like I hate saying it because we just keep saying it, but we don't get that as much anymore. It's just like,
No.
we don't get just guys anymore.
We don't have normal. It's impossible to have normal looking actors. And while Harrison Ford is like stretching the limits of like what a normal looking person is, because he is a very good looking man, you know, we don't have guys who are in the gym 8 hours a day training to be movie stars where they're ripped. They have 6 packs, 8 packs, 10 packs. You know, they're like, you know, more muscly than anyone else ever.
But the thing is too, he's 50 in this movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like if this movie's made today, he's 30.
Yep.
Like, this is not, we don't get this movie in its current form today.
He's Glenn Powell, essentially.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, okay, it's a hot young doctor whose like fiance just got murdered. It's not like an adult story, really.
Yeah. And no shade to Glenn Powell,
Man.
because Glenn Powell's a great actor. But
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's no everyman looking actors anymore that are leading men. You know, the days of like the Roy Scheider, Richard Dreyfuss type, it just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah. We only got one Jaws.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, technically we got 4, but we only got one.
One
with
that
them.
counts.
Yeah.
How about Tommy Lee Jones?
I was going to say, we've gone way too long without talking about just the one guy who, I mean, he won an Oscar for this, right?
He did win an Oscar for this movie. He's just incredible. He's so good in this film.
Just the way he controls every single scene he's in. His line delivery is so fucking good too. I mean, when he's just like, I forget the guy's name. He's like, well, what are you doing? He's like, I'm thinking. He's like, well, think me up a coffee and a donut with sprinkles on it.
Yeah, that was pointed out by both Tommy Lee and Andrew Davis as one of their favorite lines in the movie.
Oh, yeah. Did you say if that was improvised or not?
I think it was improvised. Yeah, it was improvised by
be.
Tommy Lee.
Respect to the writers, they're not coming up with that.
They did.
That's in the moment.
And they said a lot of the things, they improvised a lot. And not improvised like on set, while shooting, they're improvising lines, but like day of, they're making edits to the script, they're changing, they're talking to people who are actual people to kind of revise things and come up with new ideas as they're shooting the movie. One of those was this line. A lot of it too with Davis bringing in real cops and multiple journalists too. All of the journalists that are asking questions, those are real journalists in Chicago. And he said he wanted to use those people specifically because they can come up with questions that are more specific than what a writer or an actor could come up with on the moment.
I think it all gives it such an authentic feel.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes, and I think it's a great trait to have, is just being able to take a step back and just being like, okay, I trust you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go for it.
Absolutely. And Tommy Lee Jones is like, he kind of epitomizes that in this movie. He's like a powerhouse every time he's on screen. Just throwing 100 miles an hour.
I forget the exact words, but he makes the point of like, oh, I'm always right. And then he's like, oh, big dog's always right. And then everyone just starts growling at him.
Yeah. There's just some really great stuff. And he has a very human element to the character. It's not just like robotic. I'm a marshal and I gotta find the bad guy. He's a human being and he makes jokes and he's, you know, frustrated and he's kind of egotistical and he's, you know, kind of funny at times and kind of a hard ass, and it all works together.
Well, because like his first scene when he's talking to like the local cops and he's like, and they're saying like, oh yeah, all the prisoners are dead. And he's like, are you sure about that? And he holds up all the shackle and it's like,
yeah,
where are the legs then? Like, I'm seeing a lot of cuffs, but no legs.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to revise your story now? He's like, they might have got away. He's like, all right, I'm in control now.
Yep. This is my crime scene.
But it's like, he's saying that in that scene, but he's also saying that for this movie. He's like, I'm in control of this movie now.
It's a really great performance and super well deserved. We're going to talk about the Oscars for sure. So, I also like how this movie is an action movie, but for a lot of the movie, we kind of talked about it. There's not a lot of action going on though. It's like a character action movie. There's like the threat of always being caught makes this feel more tense than it actually is.
Yeah,
which is really cool.
Well, because again, these are men in their 50s, and I'm stepping on something that doesn't work. When you see them try to fight, it looks like men in their 50s.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like the movie kind of knows like this has to work without punches.
Yes.
For the most of it.
For sure. And that tension that comes from like, holy shit, are they going to catch him? How is he going to escape? Whatever is how you get that.
Because I think, and I don't know if this is one of your best moments, but like when the cops are about to raid the apartment, and he's like he's panicking, trying to find a way out, and it's all just like a false alarm. They're arresting the landlord's son. That's like one of the most tense moments.
The heart gets going a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a couple other things that I wanted to mention, but I'll go to you. Anything else that you really liked?
I think my last thing is I think there's like a good blend of humor as well.
Yes.
Like, we've touched on like the donut line, but also there's a lot of good physical comedy too. There's obviously the joke about it's not a joke, but the cop walking by Kimball in the hospital right after he shaves, and he doesn't recognize him. And he's just like, "Oh, have you seen this guy?" And he's like, "Yeah, every day in the mirror." And the cop just doesn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
But his fly's down too.
It's so good. That was improvised again. That was Harrison Ford. It was like, I want to do this.
Yeah. The one that actually got a chuckle out of me was like at the very end, the guy on the train was just like reading the paper. And obviously his face is on the newspaper. And he's just slowly flipping through the pages. And then he finally gets to the front page and he just sees it, looks up. And Kimball's just looking at him like,
hey.
And he just slowly gets up and walks right out of the car, and finds a cop. And it's just like,
so good. So a couple of things that I liked before we move on here. I like how we don't know that if Kimball's actually telling the truth. Like, we're not certain until the end of the movie. And there's no real reveal until, like, we get snippets of what Kimball remembers, but it's always framed as like, this is his memory, and maybe he's not a trustworthy narrator, and we're not sure whether to believe him until towards the end of the movie, when it's revealed, okay, he was actually right. I like that. And my favorite thing, out of all the things that we've talked about, comes from another tidbit from the director's commentary, where there's a brief montage where Harrison Ford is continuing to remember things about that night and his wife and all of those things. And how there's a very brief lovemaking montage that happens between Harrison Ford and his wife. And director Andrew Davis noted how Harrison Ford had quite a bit of notes about the lovemaking montage and the improvisation of it. And I thought, yeah, that checks out. 1993 Harrison Ford, he knew what was up.
Trust me. Sit back, I got this one.
I just thought that was so great. It's like, yeah, Harrison had a lot of notes about this montage here, about the lovemaking. I was like, yeah, that's good. Okay, the I'm in moment. These are the things when we see him in a movie that we are super in on. When I'm super in when a movie starts with an opening montage that intercuts with the city that the movie takes place in. I love it. Just absolutely one of my favorite things. When a character insists that something happened and no one believes him, but he's adamant this thing happened, I think that's really great. And then my favorite is when a lead detective arrives at the scene of a crime and instantly takes over and he's getting the rundown from all the other cops and like, here, what happened here? What happened here? And they're like, yeah, this it's the same thing in Heat when they arrive at the first bank robbery or the armored truck robbery in Heat.
I think mine is going to have to be like real life stunts.
Yeah.
Like actually crashing a train, always in.
It's really true. That's a good one. Okay, what doesn't work? I've got a few here. Do you want to start with one?
Same. Yeah. For a movie that feels just so grounded, him jumping off the waterfall,
It was a bit much.
it's a bit much. If you want to say, especially when the movie explicitly says it's like, oh, it's a 1 in a million chance of survival, and he just walks out of it completely fine, maybe a little chilly afterwards. No, you're dead, if not completely maimed after jumping that far, high up.
Yeah. No, it's a bit much. It's a bit much.
It's a little bit much.
Just a touch too much. See, even Nate's, having a time about it. I have one of mine. I was just kind of whatever on the montages with the wife, with Kimball and the wife. Like the murder stuff, yes, that's good. But the montage of him and his wife interacting, and I just thought, fine, whatever. I see the purpose it serves, but kind of interrupts the flow at times a little bit for me.
I see that.
Kimball stealing an ambulance, not very smart.
No, especially everything else has been so discreet.
Yes, he had them beat. He had the cops beat. Yes, the other guard recognized him but he was going into surgery essentially. Like he could have gotten out. He could have grabbed a car, found an unlocked car. He could have done all kinds of stuff. He chose to steal the ambulance and then drive away, lights and sirens blaring. Not a very smart move, my dude.
Yeah, even if he just catches a taxi, he's home free.
Yeah, like he does later in the movie. Not a taxi, but that woman that gives him a ride. That gets him pretty far away.
Yeah.
Kimball's story that there's a one-armed man who he fought with in their house in extreme detail, and the cops just kind of hand wave it, and they're like, we didn't find any evidence. One, how? And also, this is not a very like broad story. This is a very detailed story of how he came home, there was a one-armed man, he had a prosthetic arm with a hook on it, and they fought, and this is how we fought, and this is what I saw. That's a very elaborate story to come up with. I would have at least believed a little bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's also a very respected doctor. I feel like he's got to have some credibility as well.
Right.
It's like, okay, we'll look into this like even a little bit.
Yeah, it's not very believable.
Uh-huh.
And the last one I had, I wish we got more time with Dr. Charles Nichols, because he becomes a major player at the end of the movie, but he's like barely in the movie. And also maybe a bit more of a high profile actor. It's like, why are you spending, the league minimum on your third baseman?
It's
just kind of an interesting choice. What else did you have?
So I do know the reason Julianne Moore is in this movie for no reason. But the real reason is because there was supposed to be like a love story with her and Harrison Ford, but it was obviously cut because it was gonna like undercut the whole story, really.
Yeah.
But it's such a like it's honestly a distraction.
It is a little bit. And Andrew Davis was saying that like not only was her story a bit more expanded, like she was supposed to help Richard a little bit and like, kind of be like more of a friend to him and whatever. And a lot of that ended up being cut out.
Yeah, there's a lot that happens that really kind of slows this down a bit in this section of him just kind of like when he takes this job at the hospital and he's kind of just like doing his own like searching.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, right, we're just gonna have to strap in, I guess, put it on cruise control. But yeah, her being in this movie was kind of just like, whoa, okay, like we're in for this now. And then she's just gone in like a scene.
Yeah. Same with Jane Lynch is a little bit distracting. Again, Jane Lynch at this time, not a star, but becomes bigger star. Yeah. And then it becomes like, holy shit, that's Jane Lynch. And in the director's commentary, they were like, because obviously the director's commentary was like in the mid 90s when they made this movie, and they were like, yeah, man, we worked with Jane Lynch. She's a wonderful actor. She's from this comedy troupe, and she's just a great actress. I saw her in this other thing, and whatever. And I'm looking at like, it's Jane Lynch. Everyone knows who Jane Lynch is, but at the time, it wasn't really. She wasn't big yet. Any other what doesn't work?
It's kind of along the same point. He just walks into a lot of places, and nobody notices him at all. And he's like, his face is plastered on every single newspaper. He is on the news like 24/7. Walks into hospitals, public buildings, gets an apartment, no problems.
In his defense, it is not an era of technology, and also shaving that beard did quite a bit for him. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of like the Superman, like the glasses really just changed the person.
Well, there are actual studies that have been done about stuff like this, and how changing something like that, like shaving a beard, actually like significantly changes the way you look, and people are not able to recognize you as well.
Well,
so
he did dye his hair
believe
too.
that. What?
He did dye his hair too.
He did dye his hair
for like a scene.
Yeah, what we're gonna talk about that.
But still, I mean, the guy at the train just notices him too when he has the beard in the picture, and he's like, "Oh no, that's Kimball."
Yeah,
beard or no beard, I can recognize him. I feel like it's more of like just people just are not paying attention to him in general.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see it.
And then I already mentioned this, but there's a lot of fist fights between men in their 50s that just does not look good.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
It looks like when you ask someone to throw a baseball for the first time who has never thrown a baseball, that's kind of how it looks.
Yeah,
the bodies just don't work the same anymore.
It's true. Okay, let's do some nitpicks. I've got a couple, but I know you usually pull in a pretty decent amount. My first nitpick here is no cop or guard would ever fall for the "I'm sick" routine when transferring prisoners. No chance. Unless it's that guy's first day on the job, in which that sucks. He's not falling for that.
I mean, how did he get himself to foam up though? That's what I'm kind of curious.
I don't know. I do know that Andrew Davis mentioned how they filmed that was milk and Alka-Seltzer, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they got him to foam at the mouth in general.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely not. Especially when they make the point of being like, no, we're almost at the prison.
Right. You're just waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, just speaking of the hair dye, how did Richard, this is one that M pointed out, Dr. Richard Kimball dyes his hair, and then like 2 scenes later, it's back to the way it was.
It's gone. It's gone. It's literally gone. I know hair dye is not forever. You have to like maintain it, but like it lasts a little longer.
Yeah, right. It's not a day.
But granted, I don't know how long how much time has passed for like in this movie.
True. What else you got?
I guess I only had one. So at the Sykes stakeout, no one's just watching the back door of his house.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or his apartment. Like, how many police cars are out front and he just slips out the back?
And also on that same point, is he just waiting for like, he's just staring at the window waiting for a distraction to come by so we can leave? Because like, that is so fortuitous.
Well, I'm assuming, because he takes the phone call from Nichols, and I'm assuming that they called in like a fake 911 call.
Probably.
Still,
yeah,
you're just like, you have all the resources, just like you're waiting at this guy's front door. You're like, okay, if he moves, we got him. It's like, wait, there's a back entrance.
Yeah, especially how like meticulous they were about getting into that other house with the other convict, and then they're just like, we'll watch the front door.
Yeah.
Okay, best moments. I've got just a couple. Escaping the bus and train in the first 20 minutes is sick. The hospital escape, the first one, plus being chased in the tunnels with the helicopter stuff, sick. And then I just kind of extended that to like literally any set piece that takes place in the Chicago location. is just great. And the fact that they also set up even the stage sets where like they used an elementary school in Chicago and set up all the stages and filmed there. So like Cook County Hospital, the interior with Julianne Moore, that was not inside Cook County Hospital. They set up their own staging area within a Chicago elementary school. So they filmed some stuff in Cook County Hospital, and then they, for the stuff that they needed more interiors of, they need to be able to control, not an active working hospital. They used the set, but again, it was in Chicago. So they filmed everything just about in Chicago, which is always really cool. Those are my best moments, but what do you got?
Obviously the best lines in the movie. I didn't kill my wife.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. That's a big one.
Confronting Nichols at the end and him just screaming, "You switched the samples."
I was hoping, I keep hoping for a bit bigger of a accusation. Like he's walking through he's like, "You switched the samples," instead of just like, taking him off to the side.
Yeah. But I still liked it.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Okay.
I mean, obviously like the parade set piece, but you already mentioned it.
Yep. Let's do your choice category.
All right. So I never write down the official name. It's just whatever I remember of it.
Okay.
But it's basically which seemingly unrelated movie could this movie share a universe with? From Clark Camp 1287 off Reddit.
Nice.
I think you could slot this movie into his Jack Ryan movies.
Ooh.
And say that this is kind of like, okay, I know technically this comes in between. I just had Letterboxd up.
Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger.
Yeah, it comes right in between them, but I think you can say, okay, Jack Ryan has stepped aside. He's taken a new alias, Dr. Richard Kimball, but now someone has come after him again.
Interesting.
Boom.
That's pretty cool. I like that. That'd be a very cool movie.
Yeah.
And they're all kind of very similar. He gets into that kind of realm. Very cool. I like that. Okay, Oscars recap. Let's talk about the Oscars. This movie was nominated for 7 Academy Awards. It won 1. Best Supporting Actor Tommy Lee Jones won, which is a crazy award to give. This movie was also nominated for Best Picture, Best Cinematography, Best Film Editing, Best Original Score, Best Sound Effects Editing. I asked you, Connor, how on God's green earth is Harrison Ford not nominated for this movie?
Okay, so this is Tom Hanks for Philadelphia, Daniel Day-Lewis in The Name of the Father, Lawrence Fishburne, What's Love Got to Do with It, Hopkins for Remains of the Day, and Neeson for Schindler's List. That's tough.
I mean, he should be in here. I would pull Anthony Hopkins out, personally.
You say I haven't seen Remains of the Day?
I mean, it's Harrison Ford in The Fugitive. He's excellent. He should get a nomination. Not saying he should win. Tom Hanks' win in Philadelphia is very, very well deserved. But like a nomination, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
In a year where Tommy Lee Jones wins for Best Supporting Actor, and this is a Best Picture nominated movie, and you're like, Harrison Ford, meh.
I would say Tommy Lee Jones, if I had to pick one, deserved it more than Harrison Ford. So I'm glad that not only did he get nominated, he won.
But this is the year the Schindler's List buzzsaw kind of hits everything. I mean, that wins Best Picture, Best Director, Best Cinematography. Also Best Cinematography, Best Film Editing. So like all the stuff that this movie was up for, this it lost to this movie or Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Spielberg kind of owned this one.
Yeah. Literally every category that this film lost to was either Schindler's List or Jurassic Park. This is kind of tough. The Spielberg buzzsaw kind of came down in 93.
Sometimes you just gotta put your hands up and say, it's not our year.
Yeah. But I mean, Best Cinematography this year, Schindler's List wins Farewell My Concubine, which is a cool nomination. The Fugitive, The Piano, Searching for Bobby Fischer. This is maybe the second best shot movie of that year. Okay, let's move on to Heat Check. I've got 2. And I actually had to look up the names. So, the guy on the prison bus that fakes being sick and then immediately shanks the guard and gets shot in the chest. His name is David Darlow. doing a lot in that very short scene. I love it. Fakes just foaming at the mouth. Guy comes in, immediately pulls out a toothbrush shank, shanks the guard, just takes a shotgun blast straight to the chest, and he's it. That's it. He's out of the movie. And then the other one I have is Joseph F. Kosala, who was a real-life Chicago cop and actor. And he's the guy at the end of the movie that says, as soon as you get a clean shot, you take it. That guy made the most of that moment.
It's almost same as you. I went Eddie Bo Smith Jr. He played Copeland, the other prisoner on that.
Yep. That was
who
good.
frees Kimball, and he's just like, I don't care which way you're going, just don't follow me.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously gets pieced by Tommy Lee Jones in the
What
stakeout.
a crazy shot, too, by Tommy Lee Jones.
That was obviously it was kind of set up to be kind of like they got the wrong guy, but like it was just an insane just piece of just like police work too.
Yeah. And then the guy's got a hostage, and instead of like it's not even a head-on shot, it's like shooting across the body into the guy's. How did he not hit the other cop?
Yeah.
And then I love too. He's like after that, they're like, you could have negotiated, you could have whatever. And he just leans in, he's like, can you hear me now?
Don't negotiate.
And that's it.
I also want to give a shout out to L. Scott Caldwell. She plays Poole,
Yep.
like his one of his like I guess deputies. She doesn't have a ton, but when she does have stuff, she's just like always on point of information.
Yes.
Like, oh, I got him on a ambulance heading eastbound, going this way. She's like, oh, we got him here, we got him there. She just always knows where Kimball is.
Sam, they went in, he's not there.
Yeah.
It's just so upset. It's good stuff. Okay. Connor, you ready? The Connor Jameson, would this movie be better with a shark in it award? What are you thinking?
This is tough. This is quite tough. I'm gonna have to put a shark in the river.
Oh no, the shark's in the river.
Yeah.
Can I offer you an alternative?
Go for it.
St. Patrick's Day shark in the water.
I was thinking about that too. There's just like a parade float and it's just a big balloon.
Or in the water, in the green water. Ooh. Oh man.
Goes in tight.
Thank you.
No, because that's not a focal point. Like, what are you gonna do there? It's just like a little fin.
Yeah. Why not?
Nah.
It's fun. This one's tough. This one was tough. Okay, let's do the modern day recast.
Okay.
So we're doing Dr. Richard Kimball, Sam Gerard, Dr. Charles Nichols, and we haven't really talked about it much. Detective Cosmo, Joey Pants.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with Richard Kimball. Who do you got?
So I know I said it. If this movie was made today, it'd probably be a 30-year-old. Not doing it. I'm going older.
Interesting.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's a good pick. It's a
It
good pick.
has to be Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is a great pick. I was thinking about that earlier when we mentioned Tom Cruise. When I mentioned The Firm with Tom Cruise, and I was like, man, Tom Cruise in this movie would be electric.
Mm-hmm.
I had in his 40s, mid 40s now, but a guy who I think can kind of play both bearded, non-bearded, looks good either way, can pass as like a professional, Jake Gyllenhaal, and can lead a movie like this.
Oh yeah.
All right, Sam Gerard. I'm pulling into the Tom Cruise well. I'm not going Cruise, but I am going Colin Farrell.
Ooh.
Minority
I can see it.
Report, plays the detective, plays the FBI or the federal agent. He's got that great presence that you need.
Yeah. I tried. You're never gonna recapture Tommy Lee Jones, but I tried to capture someone who could at least have that sort of very chiseled edge to him. I went Josh Brolin.
Yeah, I like that pick too. I think he could be really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good pull. All right, Dr. Charles Nichols.
So I wanted someone who has, this is really off the board, but I wanted someone with a bit more kind of flair to him, who can kind of be like more of a chameleon, I guess. I went with Kenneth Branagh.
Oh, okay. I like that. That's not a bad pick.
I think he's someone who would kind of elevate this role. And if you can kind of put him more in the story, you'd definitely like pick up on more sinister notes of him.
Yes. In the same vein, I went with someone who I think outwardly looks fairly innocent, fairly, well-meaning, but can kind of have that sort of vibe. And also has had a bit of a career resurgence recently. I went with Josh Hartnett.
Mm.
Also looks like he
Yes.
could play a doctor, for sure.
Oh, yeah. That was the thing, too. I wanted someone who is, for Cruz and Brana, who've either played doctors or look like they could be in the medical field.
Yeah, for sure. And then finally, Detective Cosmo, Joey Pants, who you replacing him with?
Casey Affleck.
That was on my list.
The voices sounded the same. I was just like,
Yeah,
I could just see it.
that's a good
He's too
pull.
Boston, though. That's the thing. I
Well-
don't know if Boston could do Chicago.
No, probably not. I went with I dipping into the Stranger Things well a little bit, but I went with Joe Keery as Cosmo. He's got that same sort of like incredulous vibe, can deliver comedic lines pretty well, and has that similar edge to it. I like that as Detective Cosmo.
I think he would definitely need like an adult role like this.
Yes, for sure.
I think he needs to really shake. I mean, he's done other stuff, but he needs like to really shake the Stranger Things image.
Yeah, and you don't need a leading role, but you need something where you can come in and basically be like, I'm going to be a bit comedic, but really like a serious sidekick, co-detective. Cosmo, a lot more scenes and a lot more to do in this movie than I remember. He's in this a lot, and he's got a lot of time too.
Yeah.
That would serve a role like for Joe Keery quite well, I think. Okay, my choice category, I went with the Del Griffith Who Would or Wouldn't You Want to Spend a Long Road Trip With award from Reasonable Toe 9252 on Reddit. I want to spend a road trip with Cosmo, with Joey Pants. Just seems like a great time. He's funny, cracking jokes, doesn't want to be working. At every turn, he's like, "Are we done now? Can we go home?" And it just seems like a really fun guy. Really great. It would be a great time. That's what I want.
I can see it.
Yeah. Okay, hot takes. What do you got?
You go first.
Oh,
You
I go first. Okay.
Yeah.
To me, it's my opinion, this is maybe the best action movie of the 90s. Better than Heat, better than T2, Matrix, Total Recall, The Fugitive is just got something on all of those.
It doesn't. But I can respect if you want to put it with them. It's not better than them.
I think it's close. If not better, it's close. It's a bit half-baked. I don't know if I fully believe it, but it's right up there. Like on any given day, I could be like, man, The Fugitive just clears all these.
Mm-hmm. I think it's definitely a mood thing.
Yeah, could be.
This isn't really a hot take. I guess this is much more of like a Tommy Lee Jones movie than a Harrison Ford movie, I would say.
Yeah.
Like if you want to just talk about legacy, I would say this is like a Mount Rushmore movie for Tommy Lee Jones. Would this crack Harrison Ford's Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I think it's close. Maybe we'll do the Harrison Ford Pantheon and we can hash that out.
Oh boy.
Okay. We're coming down to the end here, but I do have a casting call. We got to talk about some of the casting in this film. So, Harrison Ford, we've talked quite about. He was not originally cast for the role of Dr. Richard Kimball. Instead, a number of actors were auditioned for the part, including Alec Baldwin, Nick Nolte, which would have been insane, Kevin Costner, and Michael Douglas. Kevin Costner can do this movie.
I think Michael Douglas probably keeps it at a B movie level, but Costner definitely does this movie as well.
Costner and Harrison Ford are probably the most interchangeable at this current point.
Yeah. Nolte and Baldwin are definitely are in prison. They're like, oh no, you definitely murdered your wife.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for Sam Gerard, before it went to Tommy Lee Jones, Andrew Davis considered both Gene Hackman and Jon Voight for the role. Gene Hackman would be great.
Yeah. Can't see Voight would be like, I could see him being the Nichols character.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Hackman would be great. The thing about Hackman is maybe I have to watch more. I just don't see him as a very physical actor.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty physical role too.
Yeah, kind of going all over the place. Yeah, I don't see him getting out of the helicopter. At least at this stage, and maybe 70s Hackman, probably.
Yeah, or like running through like the aqueducts.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Tommy Lee Jones takes a pretty hard fall too.
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking of falls, Harrison Ford legitimately hurt his knee filming this movie. And had to get surgery the day that the film wrapped.
Well, I was listening to pieces of the rewatchables on it too, and he was like, they were saying how he hurt his knee running through the woods, and he was like, I want this knee to hurt because I want it to look like I'm actually limping through the woods.
Yep. And then if you watch the scene where they're at the federal building and he's running down the stairs, you can see at one of the cuts, he actually re-hurts his knee coming down the stairs. And you can see one of the cuts, he starts limping after he gets down the stairs. And they were pointing it out like, oh, this is when he hurt himself.
Again, 50-year-old men.
Yeah. Okay, is this movie ruined by technology? Yes.
For sure.
Absolutely.
100%.
Security cams and like facial recognition. DNA testing.
That if with DNA testing, this is open shut. They're like, okay, you didn't do it.
Yeah. The idea of a convict being on the run is interesting though, because they have no identification, they have no money, they have no credit cards, they have no cell phone, no nothing. So I like that idea, but I don't think it plays with security cams, DNA testing, facial recognition technology, all that kind of stuff. It's never been cooler. I've got a bunch here.
Let's go.
Bearded Harrison Ford.
I don't think it's even cool in this movie.
Oh, it's so cool in this movie.
I don't think he looks good with the beard.
You and Em would get along. I think he looks great with the beard. Em was like, ew, why does he have a beard?
Doesn't he have one in Mosquito Coast?
I don't know. I know he has one in Call of the Wild.
I'll give it to you on this one then. I mean, I just don't think it looks good. I'm glad he shaved it.
How about Tommy Lee Jones, just in general? Never been cooler.
No, this is definitely, I would say, one of his coolest beside this, and then obviously Men in Black.
Yeah.
I would say these are his cool movies.
The lead detective barking orders at everyone. Never been cooler.
Again, this is really cool.
It is really cool.
It's cool because it's Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, and he's so good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe he...
Yeah. When it's Pacino, it's up there.
Yeah. I had dinner with him half an hour ago. A movie, doctors, and prosthetic departments. Can't imagine prosthetic departments have ever really been as cool as this movie.
This might be
this might be
the first.
How about payphones? There's some good payphone stuff in this movie.
The movie Payphone? Or what's the Colin Farrell one? Where he's literally trapped in a payphone?
You know what? You might have it. I was going to say Good Will Hunting. When he goes and he tries to call Scarlett on the payphone, and then she answers, and he doesn't say anything. He's like, I forgot a number. That might be pretty good. The criminal calling the detective chasing him on the phone, and they have a conversation. I was thinking about this because of Catch Me If You Can, which we just discussed recently. Has a very similar scene of calling the detective, and then all of a sudden they're talking on the phone together.
I feel like this happens a lot.
It does. It's a trope that I quite enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah, because they always do the we got to keep him on the line for for 30 seconds or whatever it is. And they always hang up with 1 second left. And I like that this movie is just like, oh, he didn't hang up.
Insomnia. Insomnia does this too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Filming actual big vehicle crash sequences with real vehicles and not miniatures or CGI.
I mean... Yeah, this is cool.
This is pretty cool.
We already talked about the other movies, too.
Yeah, a couple other options. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
And then finally, answering the phone with, talk to me. No one does that anymore.
Did he do it in Jerry Maguire?
He might. I don't know. It's been a little bit.
It feels like something Tom Cruise would do.
Yeah, talk to me.
Yeah.
No one does that anymore. Now it's, you get a phone call and you're like, why the fuck is this person calling me?
Yeah. If I get a phone call and I don't recognize the number, don't answer. If they call again, then I answer. I'm like, hello?
If it's important, they leave a voicemail.
I just have phone screening on, my phone, so I can see, it'll say, hi, why are you calling? And then they'll leave, a little message, and I'm like, okay, I need to pick this up. It's like my doctor.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't do that. If someone calls and it's an unknown number, if they leave a voicemail, then I know it's important. If they just hang up, not important.
Yeah.
Okay. What prop are you taking home?
I'm taking home. This is cheating. I'm literally taking home any of Tommy Lee Jones's outfits.
Okay.
'Cause he is decked out.
Yeah.
I mean, he has like this one red like puffer vest that he wears, and it just stands out because it's just like sick.
Yeah.
But I loved his hobo outfit. When he just has like the hat with the ear flaps.
The hat. That's such a good hat.
Imagine getting snuffed out by someone wearing that.
It's so good. I went with Kimball's sweater, the one that he steals from the guy in the first hospital, the blue one. It's a really nice sweater. I want it.
It is. We both are just decking out our closets.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude! I'm hanging up that sweater on the walls. Like that's Harrison Ford's sweater. Doctor Richard Kimball's sweater.
Do you want it all like muddy?
Yep, absolutely. It's going in a frame. Not touching it.
Game worn.
Game worn. Dr. Richard Kimball sweater.
Could you imagine if they, you know how like with like baseball cards or football cards, you can get like the card with like the patch of uniform. You should do that. They should do that for movies. Honestly,
they should.
Like,
absolutely.
Here's a patch of like Harrison Ford's sweater from The Fugitive, and it's signed.
Oh god!
Like imagine Ready or Not, Samara Weaving's dress at the end, and you just get like a piece of that.
Game worn.
Game worn. But like since they have so many outfits on set, like you could probably print out like a couple thousand cards.
1 of 50 game worn sweater.
Yeah. You get one piece of thread. I'm gonna cherish this with my life.
Yeah, this is amazing. I'm framing it, sending it off to PSA to get graded.
Terrible condition. It's a 3.
I'm pulling cards on TikTok Live like, holy shit, I got the Kimball sweater. 1 of 1.
I got the Gerard Tweed.
Oh god. That'd be so good. Can you imagine every movie's like that? It's like The Dark Knight is like, holy shit, I got a Batman cape. Whoa.
Oh my god. You just like pull a pack, but it's just like each pack is just like you get like a director pack.
Yeah.
So it's like you get like the Spielberg pack. It's like, all right, big money, no whammies. I want like the red like jacket from Schindler's List, and you're just like, oh no, I got Dreyfuss's flannel from Always.
Oh
Fuck.
man.
Fuck.
I got a piece of the goggle strap from Ready Player One. Shit.
I got something from 1941. Just toss it.
Yeah, I don't even want it. It's a great idea. This is a fantastic idea. We're
gonna trademark this idea.
Yep. Okay.
We're gonna pitch it to Shark Tank.
We've come to the end of our review now. It's time to do our scores. Connor, do you want to start or do you want me to go?
I'll start.
Okay.
I'm giving this movie a nice even 4. I think it's really good. It's really fun. Really, this is my first time watching it, but I could definitely see myself rewatching it.
Mm-hmm.
There are definitely times where I think it drags a bit, especially like after the chase, and he's kind of just really taking his time with the investigation. But it's still really enjoyable. Great performances all around, great set pieces, and just a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, I'm a little bit higher. I'm at a 4.5, but this is like a movie that I can just throw on. It's so enjoyable. It's so much fun. It goes by like a breeze. I put on the director's commentary to just see if I can get some notes on some things, like stuff that I pulled into the pod. And I ended up just like breezing through the whole movie again. And I was into it. I was engaged. It was so much fun to watch. It's just a great time. Great performances, great ideas. It's just a lot of fun. So that brings us to an average score of a 4.25, which is tied with 2 other films that we've given that score to: On the Waterfront from 1954 and Lilo and Stitch from 2002. So that is number 24 on our list all time. Is also just below Twinless from last year or this year, last year. And so that is going to do it for this episode of the Film Box podcast. Next week, what are we doing next week? Next week, we are doing Connor, your choice for movie blockbusters. We're doing a little movie called Twister.
Oh yeah.
So I am looking forward to that, and we are going to be diving all in to Twister. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, follow us on your favorite podcast platform, do all that fun stuff. It really helps us out. Lets us know we're doing a good job. Lets us know you enjoy listening. This is episode 180 of the Film Box Podcast. We've been doing this, and also we just passed 4 years of this pod. I cannot believe we have been doing this for this long. It's just a lot of fun. Every week I love coming together and talking about movies. And if you like it too. Make sure you subscribe or follow us on your podcast platform. Share it with your friends. Do all that fun stuff. You can go to our socials. Those will be linked in the show notes. Our TikTok just hit 1,000 followers, so make sure you follow us there and help us grow. And you can follow our Letterboxd as well. Go to our website firstpicturehouse.com for written articles and content. I've got to get caught up on a newsletter. I was on vacation last week, so I was unable to put together a newsletter, but I put those out every Friday. And with that said, that's going to do it for this episode of the Filmbox Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Peace.